Hi Aquarius, I hope that everybody is doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, Aquarius, I'm excited to see what comes through for us today. Hope that everybody's doing well. I'm getting that we might have a surprise on the way, okay? Alright, I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles and a union, a harmony. Maybe something going on with another person. Maybe somebody that's going to be communicating something with us, okay? Overcoming obstacles, maybe in our interpersonal relationships, so we can find an equal balance of give and take. Maybe compensation for something from the past. This can also be dealing with somebody from the past as well. I was getting to the notion very strongly to observe and not absorb. That was coming through heavily. Because it's like, if you're having memories or thoughts about somebody from the past that you know that you don't have intentions of bringing back into your life, it's okay to recognize that you're having thoughts about those things, but that doesn't mean that you need to act on it necessarily if you don't want to. Always heed your personal intuition. So I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles that we achieve by overcoming obstacles, and there's a big celebration that we have in getting to this place. And I'm seeing something about our interpersonal relationships, people that we feel soul bonds with, okay? Evening out after dealing with people that we're not in a position that we're ready maybe to even recognize. I'm hearing the velocity of that type of relationship, okay? Calling something out from the past, from a past dynamic that we had, a past working with somebody, okay? Maybe a boss figure, maybe somebody in a masculine type of role. Somebody that we'd wish to work with. A lover of the sort. I'm seeing us stepping into a position that we feel good about, okay? Something that we wish for in regard to an interpersonal relationship, Aquarius. On the last spread, I was looking at solely at Cancer, okay? In this spread right here, I'm looking at Gemini. I'm looking at a harmony coming forth and us stepping into a place where we feel empowered about the boundaries that we're setting and what we're accepting and what is not acceptable, and also voicing that with others, I'm getting, okay? I'm seeing us in a position where we feel very stable. Maybe in our job that we're doing, and I'm seeing there's a unity, a harmony that we see when we look within. We also may be taking a break from certain types of relationships as well to kind of go inward. I'm getting the word introversion and also introspection. And I'm seeing that we're getting to a point where we're recognizing a wish fulfillment about the place that we want to step into. Maybe a place that we're actively working to step into. And I'm seeing that there's planning that we're doing. Maybe in aligning with another, I'm hearing personality. I'm seeing that there's somebody that we may be getting into some sort of union with, okay? And to find, we're working on using our throat chakra, also kind of weaving in and out of our boundaries, our morals, recognizing those things, laying it down, and doing the work to be vocal about this. Maybe what we want to see in a relationship, okay? Like our values and what type of dynamic we're looking for, Aquarius. I'm looking at something popping out that we're not expecting. Illumination, joy, happiness. In the last spread, it was Gemini and Virgo. I'm getting also the recognition that there's a cycle that we've completely moved through that's completely finished now, okay? Could be with a fire sign. And maybe also looking back at things and recognizing them, maybe looking at past patterns is something that's helped us realize that something needed to come to a final end, okay? It's like by means of getting in touch with our inner child and living in the healing space after doing the work, we're recognizing that something is not to be reignited, okay? That's the word that I'm getting. Because we worked really hard to step into a place where we feel good about this position that we're in, okay? We feel good about being in charge of the things that are in our realm of control, okay? And by recognizing what's going to make us happy, we step into a position where we only allow things to come towards us that we find acceptable, okay? And we feel attractive in this position that we're stepping into, and we're really on the search for ultimately what's going to be our happiness, what's going to fill our cups, so to speak. I'm hearing divinely guided. I'm looking at an ending, and there's a message that we have about this ending that we get from the soul space, okay? And by getting in touch as well with our intuition, with our deeper abilities to understand, to manifest, we also see that something has clearly ended. And I'm seeing that we may have had assistance from judgment being called in whatever situation this was. And we've now moved into a place, worked to move into a place where we feel stable emotionally. I'm hearing the word composed, okay, Aquarius? In a valiant way, okay? This isn't in a way where it's like not recognizing feelings. This is like recognizing your feelings and mastering your emotions while you're in that place, okay? This is like holding space for yourself and really progressing through that movement. Big steps, Aquarius. Very big steps. Just saw the High Priestess peeking out. I'm looking at a big gift. I'm hearing elevation, something coming towards us. Something we feel good about. It's like feeling good because you're on your own territory, I'm getting. In your element. Our abilities, our senses. Feeling like we're in touch with what we can do in the position where we are. Maybe with a job, okay? Maybe in the home. On the pursuit of happiness. Realizing where we're going to find fulfillment emotionally. And what that looks like to us as well, Aquarius. I'm looking at the Lovers, and I'm also looking at Judgment being called. Maybe us recognizing, too, what a typical relationship looks like, one that we would want to engage in. Maybe getting ready to embrace those next steps. Working with somebody. I'm hearing side by side. Somebody that we feel a deep emotional connection with. Maybe a psychic connection with as well. I'm hearing developing. This is the wish fulfillment. I'm looking at the gift coming down for us of a union that we have. This is something that's going to be celebrated and something also that we worked for. And this is because we're in alignment with what we feel like we want to be doing as well, okay? At least getting further on that end with searching that and discovering. And I'm seeing a wish fulfillment coming to fruition about this this place that we step into, maybe with the job, again, maybe in the home. And I'm seeing Judgment being called on the Emperor. I'm hearing it's time, Aquarius. I'm seeing us in a really, really happy place emotionally. Working, I'm hearing again side by side with somebody. And using our throat chakra as well to communicate. There also may be communication that's coming in for us. And I'm getting that we're also being guided to be very deliberate with our words at this point in time, okay? I'm looking at Gemini, Aries, and I'm looking at Jupiter, Mars. Interesting with the Jupiter. Maybe something going on with Sagittarius. Maybe that area of our chart. Learning how to alchemize on the journey. Also learning patience too, and letting that play out as well for us. To allow the things that are meant for us to come in, and also not forcing things when they don't feel like they're right. And this also gives us guidance with the next steps that we're taking as well, I'm seeing. It's interesting. I said Sagittarius before. Sagittarius's card did pop out. And now I'm looking at Virgo. Looking within at the continual progress that we've been making. And the lessons that we've learned through alchemizing, through learning patience. I'm getting like learning how to get the balance just right, Aquarius. I'm hearing the alchemist's journey. By looking within and taking heed of the lessons that have been brought to us to learn in our life, I'm seeing that there's justice that comes for us because we're taking on these lessons and then we're enacting them into our lives. I'm hearing Source. The progress that we've made when we look within and resolve the inner conflicts that we have. Learning how to balance out our thoughts. And also how to use our deeper emotions, our intuitive abilities, our water energy in the ways that it's meant to be used, okay? Also with learning how to heal too, we may have been at a point in the past where we had concealed things, and I'm seeing this much more like delving into the way that we feel, things that have hurt us and all of that, and then learning to heal from it rather than ignoring it. And this is a big step for us. I'm getting a really big lesson. And I'm seeing that the next steps that we're planning are to bring justice down, maybe to a situation, maybe something from the past, but I'm seeing us being compensated for something that we had gone through with somebody, okay? I'm hearing karma. I'm looking at Libra, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Saturn. I'm seeing us using our intuitive abilities to manifest something. Maybe opening something with a soul contract, okay? And I'm getting that our abilities, what we feel, this is like our gut feeling, okay, is telling us which offers to take and which offers not to take. Maybe from somebody from the past that might be stepping towards us, okay, Aquarius? Because I'm getting that if we revisit this, that it's just going to end in the way that it had, and this is why we're being guided to move away from it. From this person, from these people, whatever fits in your story. And there's a transformation that comes from this, and we're able to manifest the type of partnership that we want into our lives. And we get assistance by not taking all of the offers that come for us, by being very deliberate in what we take, and also who we exchange energy with. And this is how we find our reciprocity and also harmony. I'm seeing us leaving something from the past behind us because of the chaos that we felt in that situation, okay? Whatever tension we had been feeling, whatever, I'm seeing us healing from it and moving into a place where emotionally we feel calm. And I'm looking at us stepping into a really great harmony after we had been in chaos before. Maybe in the past relationships we'd been in. And now we manifest a partnership that is, that's a huge transformation from the partnerships that we had been manifesting before. This is like manifesting something completely different. Manifesting somebody that we are going to feel like is in alignment with our morals and our beliefs. Somebody in touch, somebody that's going to hold space, and somebody that will hold space for as well. And I'm seeing that by us being very deliberate in not taking offers that we don't feel like are in alignment, we step into a place of feeling like we're exactly where we need to be, feeling empowered. I'm hearing right place, right time. And this has to do with getting to a steady place emotionally as well. It's like when you don't feel a panic when you're alone, when you feel like you're okay to do it on your own, you then invite somebody independent into your life and you guys can make a great team together rather than feeling like the fear of being alone and then taking any offer even if it doesn't vibe well with you intuitively, emotionally, morally. And it also raises your standards as well, Aquarius. Taking a break, pulling back from others, getting in touch with your guides. Understanding what position is going to feel empowering to you and calling that out, being vocal about the things that you want in this position, and then being observed as being an attractive figure. It's like putting things out there, the energy out there that you want to see coming towards you and reflected back at you, Aquarius. And also pulling back from energies that don't feel mature. And this is how we find, see, when we're dealing with energies that are the Knight of Wands, it's like you're dealing with somebody that you may find attractive, that may be fun, but somebody that's not in it for the long haul, okay? Somebody that's not committed to you. And I'm seeing that there's a difference with what we're trying to manifest here. And I'm getting that by leaving this behind, we step into a place where we're really growing emotionally, intuitively. There's a really big transformation of energy here as we transcend the past karmic loops that we had been in before, okay? We may have even been in our head about there may have been things that we recognized, but we didn't want to act on it before. And I'm getting that now we're ready to face the things that we need to face and recognize what doesn't work for us and what does work for us. And kind of following that lead, really following our intuition and our gut. And this is how we transform into, I'm hearing, being the knowledge holder of the information that the High Priestess has. Also about people that step towards you that you don't feel like you can trust too, because I'm seeing us being in a position where we're calling that out. I'm hearing on site. Because in the past, we may have been feeling confused about what would be reciprocity and what would be harmony for us. And I'm seeing that by us meditating, grounding, getting in connection with our guides and whatnot, that we're able to recognize that the Knight of Wands just brings chaos and confusion into our lives, and that's not the direction that we want to go in. And I'm seeing that in recognizing this and letting that play out, that we step into a place where we feel empowered, both by the way that other people view us and how we view ourselves. It's a reciprocal type of action here. And I'm seeing us feeling good also about the knowledge that we hold. Also, like, intrinsically, what we're able to do, what we're able to see. I'm getting, like, foreseeing things. And I'm getting that there are messages coming in, like a high level of knowledge regarding the messages that come in. And I'm seeing us stepping into a place where we call out things that we don't feel like are in alignment with us. And this is how I'm getting how we transmute, okay, these energies. Whether they be behaviors that are ours or those around us. I'm getting like a big growing and also manifesting a new beginning. That's something that we want. Something that's going to feel divine. Something that's going to feel pure to us. I'm hearing something that's going to make a difference, okay? In the last spread, it was the moon. I think that's it. Venus and Scorpio. Well, Venus and Mars. I'm hearing the words love language. Maybe also we're getting a better understanding too of what our love language is and recognizing that within others as well, even when it's not the same as ours. You may have others around you that are watching you stepping into a new beginning. Maybe observing this. I'm hearing moving forward. Learning patience. Patience with our karma, patience on what is going to come down for us and manifest. And not allowing behavior that is self-sabotaging to get in the way of this new beginning that we want. It's like really learning how karma moves and understanding that good things come to those that are patient. And also understanding too that if we feel panic or like we need to rush into something, there's something deeper that we need to be looking at as well. And I'm seeing that we're recognizing that Spirit is definitely guiding us right now to have temperance and to be patient. And I'm seeing that we're getting assistance by this. I'm hearing acknowledgement, I'm hearing action. And I'm looking at a tower and an offer that's coming in. So we're waiting for something that's divinely guided and coming for us. This is going to be something that's part of a soul contract, okay? And I'm seeing that karma is offering us a hand with something. Because we ended the past cycles that were unhealthy, that we knew we needed to finish. I'm also hearing get out of. So by any means necessary, I'm getting that are in alignment. And I'm seeing a new beginning and a really big shock coming down for us. 25:30, my ear is ringing on the right side. A really, really big surprise coming in for us. And also some sort of news that's going to bring clarity to us. We're being guided regardless of what this is. I'm getting that this is something we're going to feel very excited about, something that we wanted to land for us. We're being guided to remain stable and remain steady, okay, Aquarius? I'm looking at Sagittarius, Jupiter, Taurus, Mars in that last spread. Moving into a place where we feel grounded and we also feel capable of speaking things out when necessary. Maybe also about what we feel like is overwhelming to us. And saying whether we're willing to participate in things or if we're not. This is like really knowing yourself too with what you want to take on and what is just too much to be taking on. Which is definitely a difficult thing to do and also something very valiant that we learn how to do. So we're not cutting ourselves short. I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles and I'm looking at the Ace of Cups. Something that we manifested. Something that we're going to perceive as being our reciprocity, our equal give and take. Also using our gifts and our abilities to help us manifest as well. This is like using whatever powers you believe you have, okay? And I'm seeing that in staying in alignment as well. And keeping your eye on the prize of whatever you're working for. You're being guided to, again, be very deliberate in communicating what you're willing to accept and what you're not as far as the offers that are coming in. Like what you want to be participating in and what you don't want to be participating in. And I'm seeing that your innate is going to help guide you in calling things out too. And there's going to be a celebration as well with not taking on things that feel overwhelming to us and communicating that. And I'm seeing judgment being called and us finding reciprocity where before we had felt like we were in the midst of chaos and now we're moving out of that place, okay? Because I'm seeing us like really organizing all of the things that we have to do. And moving into a place where we don't feel so overwhelmed, okay? By being very clear with our words. Healing something that we had been going back and forth on. I'm hearing recognizing the path, Aquarius. And moving into a place of harmony. I'm hearing harmony dynamic. There may be an offer that's coming in for us to be working with somebody. Maybe we had received an offer to work with somebody, and I'm seeing that we were guided not to take whatever offer this is, and that we're moving out of whatever collaboration this had been that we were working within. And there was a lesson to learn from this, okay? An enlightenment to gain. I'm seeing us removing ourselves from chaos, maybe also competition. Maybe we had been around somebody that had a competitive nature, okay? I'm hearing out of balance. So I'm seeing that there was some juggling that was going on in a dynamic that we had with somebody. Maybe somebody that we had been with in a romantic setting, romantic energy. I'm getting something along the lines of that. And I'm seeing that by us healing, we learn to remove ourselves from this and move to a place of calm. And also step into a place where we feel empowered, okay? Where we feel good about the position that we step into. And we also feel in control. And I'm seeing that this brings us harmony. And we've learned a lesson also about our intuition as well. And setting boundaries too. This is like not allowing people to cross your boundaries without repercussions. And this is why there's a celebration about the past chaos that we had been in. Because of the enlightenment that we gain with listening to our intuition and the messages that we get from our guides, from spirit, from our higher selves. I'm looking at Aquarius. I'm looking at Gemini. I'm looking at Saturn. And I'm looking at Neptune. So that's Capricorn and Pisces. Celebration because we removed ourselves from people that were really not being team players, people that may have been taking advantage of us. Our intuition told us about this, and this was why we were being guided to move away from them. This person may be watching you, observing you, something of the sort. Maybe watching the progress you're making. Maybe watching a transformation that you're undergoing, Aquarius. By stepping into a really empowering place regarding you being in touch with your intuition. Maybe your psychic abilities. I'm hearing ascension. This is like really being in touch with your gifts and your emotions and whatnot. And this was a test for us to see if we'd go through this transformation. And I'm getting that when we did as well, that it turned up the source of something for us. Maybe our intuitive abilities. I'm hearing nature, okay? And brought us to a more balanced place as well internally. In our physical environment as well. With the position that we step into, with our job, with the home. Stuff in our physical environment, it's like you establish these things and you go through this journey, right? Emotionally, spiritually, and now you can see it reflected in your physical environment, Aquarius. Having the strength to set boundaries and to follow through, absolutely. It's like learning that once you set boundaries, there's no going back, okay? Once you set boundaries, it's time to actually execute those boundaries, especially if somebody crosses your boundaries. It's very, very important to go with your word and to follow through. And this is justice. And this is also why there's a celebration too. I'm looking at your guides celebrating the justice because you learn to look within. And now there's a change that you can see, and something that you wished for as well. A change that's observable to those around you as well, okay? It's like, it's not just you that's noticing a change and a transformation anymore. It's like those around you can also observe this too now. Because of the steps that you're taking, because of the continued progress. Okay, we're going to go one more round, okay, Aquarius? I'm hearing happiness becomes you. Interesting. I'm seeing that there's healing being done by getting through this final ending. We may have felt disappointed that this needed to be done, but by following our intuition, we're moving into a place of a healed energy, and also one where we feel more in touch with our intuition, more in touch with our soul and our soul path, okay? And I'm getting that we're really healing from this. In understanding that this thing needed to come to an end in order for us to move into healthy cycles. And ultimately, this is going to lead to our wish fulfillment. I'm getting like something very good is going to be coming along for us. Because we've now moved into a place where we're able to read energies around us better than we had before, okay? And act on the things, and also to trust ourselves, I'm getting. And I'm seeing that somebody that we ended something with may be observing us, okay? Somebody that some sort of dynamic had ended with may be observing us. And I'm seeing somebody looking disappointed. Maybe in reflecting. But I'm seeing that because of us recognizing what we felt like before when we were in this dynamic with this person, with this individual, I'm seeing that it helps us not to take any more offers or exchange anymore with this person, any more energy. And this is what our intuition tells us about the people around us that are not, I'm hearing, trustworthy characters, okay? People that are not trustworthy. And this is how we get to a place of feeling safe, feeling like we're in a stable place. Because we now ascend, transcending into a place where things feel calm around us and we feel at peace. Where before, in the cycle that we were in before, it was not peaceful. I'm hearing anything but. And recognizing this is important. And this is how we come to learn how to call judgment on situations as well. In the position that we step into. I'm getting into transformation becomes us, okay? This is like a very big transformation, very big growth energy. because we learn to be confident in calling things out. I'm also hearing competent as well, because we've learned to be patient, how to alchemize, and also how to use our voice when appropriate. I'm getting like strongly not allowing people to cross our boundaries, and I'm seeing that we now move into a place where before we had been in the midst of chaos, and there's a transformation because we move out of this, and I'm seeing us getting to a really whole, fully grounded place, okay? And this is something that we really worked for. I'm talking about like major shedding of skin to get to this position, and we find ourselves in a good place as far as our home, as far as at work, and as far as feeling comfortable with calling things out, because we know what we're being guided to do, and I'm seeing us really following through with this. And I'm watching judgment being called on our ability to alchemize our environment with these people that we're around. I'm getting like not allowing certain people into our energetic field, okay? Being very deliberate with who we're exchanging energy with. I'm also hearing screening. This is like screening people's energy, okay? And I'm getting that by following the guidance that spirit and our spirit guides and our higher self has brought to us, that there's an enlightenment that we're moving into, okay? Something that may have taken a bit of time, maybe will take a bit of time depending on where you are in the timeline. And I'm looking at us planting seeds based off of the knowledge now that we've gained. And also learning to see the Knight of Wands that we've experienced in the past from a different perspective, and understanding that it was a lesson and an opportunity for growth rather than just like something that we went through and there's nothing to be gained by that. It's like if you had to go through it anyway, not that we're wishing for anybody to be dealing with that energy, but if you had to go through it, take the lesson, take the maybe the multiple lessons that you learned in these dynamics. And I'm seeing us understanding things from a different perspective and really thinking on what we learned in those exchanges of energy with people, in those collaborations that we had, maybe more than one dynamic that we had with somebody. Gaining enlightenment by looking within, planting seeds to see manifest in our physical environment. And I'm seeing that there's a collaboration that we're moving into because of the progress that we've made. Maybe hand in hand as well with the lessons that we've learned. And I'm seeing a big harmony that we're moving into. And I'm seeing, so it's like, by going within, by pausing, by learning the lessons that we have to learn by going within, I'm seeing that we're understanding what harmony is going to look like for us, and we're stepping into that place so that we can call in people that are also in that place, people that want to be in a harmony similar to what we want to be in, somebody that we can work with. And I'm seeing us planting these seeds to see a divine partner manifest in our physical environment. I'm hearing the word trustworthy. I'm also hearing grounded, okay? And I'm seeing that there's a collaboration now. Maybe something that we're going to be stepping into because of the progress that we've made. And I'm seeing there's a message coming in, okay? About a soul contract. Also learning too, recognizing as well that it's important for us to realize what the lessons were that we needed to complete with these past relationships, and then to release them fully, to let a new soul contract come in for us. I'm hearing the process of alchemy. I'm seeing us letting things go from the past that we needed to get over, and the lesson that we learned by releasing these things. Just saw 4459. A big lesson in release. Okay, 4510. I'm getting ringing in my ear again. The lesson that we needed to learn about past partners that were in the Knight of Wands energy. And releasing them so we can start something new with a new person as well. Somebody that we're going to have a soul contract with, okay? I'm seeing communication about this coming in for us. Maybe we felt like we were in a place where nothing was really happening, but I'm seeing like as we release this and recognize that we've learned the lessons, that there's something new that's coming through for us, okay? And we also have to make sure that we do not take offers to renegotiate. I'm getting, okay? Maybe with a Leo. I'm also looking at Gemini. I'm looking at Capricorn. Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus. I think that's everybody. And I'm seeing a big balancing out energy that's coming for us. Yes, okay. And we end with our card, Aquarius. And us stepping into the king role. Feeling attractive and also attracting energy that we find to be attractive in towards us. I'm seeing that there was a past relationship, okay, with a lover that came to light. I'm getting like throughout the reading, okay, and I'm getting that we're being guided to release anything left that we're holding on to so we can start a new venture, one that's going to really bring justice to the lessons that we learned and something that we get to experience now because of the healing that we've gone through and the lessons that we've learned. And I'm seeing that there's going to be a change for us because of the healing that we've worked ourselves through. And that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. I'm getting like right in exactly the right place that we need to be in, okay? All right, we're going to end it there. Aquarius, I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye, Aquarius.